Again, boys and girls, we're going to do science, and we're going to talk about two things today. First, we're going to check in on our caterpillars. Okay, so today, May 21st, okay, mine have grown a bit since yesterday. They seem to be more active, moving around. See how much longer they got? I'm sure yours have too. Can you see? Wait, here we go. See? And you can see they're shedding some. I'm going to talk to you about that a little bit. Okay. So I know the journal, the cups are small. So maybe you can even use a pencil to do it. So here's mine today. They're a little bigger than yesterday. More pieces have shed. And I use a pencil to make that webbing in there because, right, this is science. So we have to make it the way it actually looks. Okay. So I have some pictures here of a butterfly egg. Now this is not the same type of butterflies that we have, or caterpillars we have, right? This is a monarch egg. Monarchs only lay one egg at a time on a leaf, whereas ours would lay a lot of teeny tiny eggs. And they're not that big in real life. This is enlarged, okay? And then when the caterpillar comes out, so this would be a monarch caterpillar. All right, let me read what it says on the back of that for you. And that says it only lays one egg. Okay, when it comes out, it eats the eggshell because that's the first meal that it has. So, right, it doesn't have a mother to feed it in nature. It's just laying there on the leaf. It comes out of the egg, the caterpillar, and it eats the eggshell for its nourishment. And then it will eat the leaf that it's on, and from there, it will continue to eat and eat and eat. So this caterpillar doesn't look like ours, does it? No, because it's going to be a different type of butterfly. This is the monarch caterpillar. Okay, this is another egg. Many baby animals look like their parents. Okay, a baby colt grows up to be a horse. A little cub grows up to be a bear, right? And a little kitten grows up to be a cat. Okay, do you know what a caterpillar grows up to be? If you said butterfly, then you're right. A caterpillar looks nothing like its parent. How do caterpillars grow and change into beautiful butterflies? What is the process every butterfly goes through? And they go through a metamorphosis. Remember when we learned about the frog life cycle? Metamorphosis is like a complete change. They look different than they were when they were babies. A butterfly goes through 4 stages. Okay, right? Egg. Now we're in the larva stage in its life. And we're observing each stage. The first stage is eggs. Some butterflies lay eggs in groups, but the monarch butterfly lays just one egg at a time. The mother butterfly lays her eggs on plants, and her babies will eat the plants when they hatch. Okay, and this picture shows the caterpillar coming out. Okay, after about a week, the second stage begins. That's the caterpillar. That's the larva stage. The caterpillar hatches from the egg. It's small and slender. Slender is very thin. Okay? Ours are starting to look fat, right? And full. It looks like a worm. The caterpillar is only about as long as a fingernail. The caterpillar eats a lot and grows quickly fast. It eats its own eggshell. Then it feeds on leaves. The caterpillar uses strong jaws to munch on leaves. It uses other parts of its mouth to smell and taste food. As the caterpillar grows, it molts or sheds. That's what I mentioned to you yesterday. If you see little pieces in there that are black, they're not having babies. They're not laying eggs. They're not falling apart. They're molting as they grow, just like our snake sheds its skin as it grows in the gecko. This happens 4 or 5 times. After a few weeks, the caterpillar has reached its full size. Now it's ready for the next stage. So I think in a couple of days we're going to see the next stage. Okay. So now we're going to talk about plant life cycle. Okay, I gave all of your parents beans. And what we're going to do with these beans is we're going to dissect. Dissect means to take apart and see what's inside. So, every seed has a coat, right? Why do we wear a coat? we wear a coat to protect us, to keep us warm. Well, the seed coat on every seed also protects what's inside the seed, and that's what we're going to find out. That's why we're dissecting. So first we want to take off the seed coat, and it could be a little tricky. Okay, so what you want to do is take your fingernail and go along the outside edge a little bit, right here. You see? Coming to. There we go. Okay. So if you take your fingernail, do that gently. Now watch. I'm going to slip his coat off. I don't think I can get it in one. There we go. See? That is the seed coat. So that's the first part that we dissect. We take off the seed coat. All right. So I'm going to draw that. I'm going to draw a seed for you here. I have one up here. I'm going to draw one too. So, there's our seed. Okay, and on the outside, I'm using the wrong marker. I'm going to use dark green to show you the coat. So I just took off the seed coat. But what is that seed coat protecting? That's what we want to find out. And if your seed coat does not slip off easily, they may not have been soaked long enough, so you could put them in the microwave for about 20 seconds. You don't want to pick them up if they're hot, but that will help the seed coat slide off. Okay, so on the outside of our seed, we had what was called the seed coat. Okay, and we wear coats to protect us. Now we're going to go to the inside of the seed to see what the seed coat is protecting. Now you have to be very careful. It's going to be a little slippery because it's wet. Okay, it will open into two parts. Okay, so right now, can you see that? I can't tell what you can see. Wait, which way? Wait. You can see that, right? Like, Miss Sweeney keeps going to the other side of the camera to see what you can see. I think you can see that. Okay, so now you have two parts, right? All right. On one of those sides, now you have to look very carefully. Be very careful. Okay, there is something sticking down. See right here on this one? There's something sticking down. And attached to it are two teeny tiny leaves. Wait, I have one leaf. I got one. Might be on the other. All right, I'm going to come to you now. And this is what I just took out. Hold on. I'm coming. This is tricky. Can you see that teeny tiny leaf right there? Teeny tiny leaf sticking out. See it? Okay, it's attached. Oops. To almost what looks like a stem, right? Wait. See that right there? That's the leaf. Okay, so what that is called the baby plant. So that's what the seed coat is protecting inside the seed. Because remember the other day when we talked about seeds, we said a seed is actually a baby plant that, if given the right things that it needs, can grow. So the seed coat protects the baby plant. So I'm going to open it up now, give you the other half. Make our seed coat dark green. Let's see it better. And inside, right there, I'll bring that closer for you to see. You have one of those at home too. And you have the directions to the experiment too. Soaking the beans, just in case you couldn't do it with me. Okay, so seed coat, took it off. Opened the seed. I've got to pick colors. I'm going to use orange so you can see it. So inside, right in the middle of the seed, was this. Orange isn't working good. There we go. look like that. I said it looked like a little stem. Well, that's kind of what it is. Kind of. And it was protecting the baby plant. And here's our baby plant. Looks like a little leaf. That's what it should look like. That is the baby plant, that little leaf. So the little leaf is the baby. Well, what's that part? What do you think that could be? Well, think about it. What do all babies need? Food, right? When you're growing in your mom's belly, how did you get food? When she ate, were you laying down in her belly like this and the food dropped into your mouth? No. You were attached to your mom through something called an umbilical cord. And when she ate, your belly button, that's how you were attached, the umbilical cord. So, now when your mom ate, the food, of course, after digested and all of that, would go right to, all the nourishment you need would go to your belly because you were connected to your mom with the umbilical cord. Well, this is similar, okay? Here's the baby plant. This is called the food part. The food part. Now, does that mean right now the beans are alive and eating and growing? No. When they are planted. So this is their food part. And when a seed is planted, eventually the seed, it sheds its coat. The coat comes off. The seed opens up like this, like I've drawn. Okay, the food part will grow down. And what do you think the food part will become? Let's write down. If it's growing down, if it's planted, the seed will swell. It opens. Swell means get larger. It will open up. This part will grow down and become what? The roots. So that then it'll grow down, and its job is to feed the plant, continue feeding it. So this is kind of like in the very beginning when the roots haven't grown all the way down into the soil. It's food for the baby plant. Now the baby plant isn't going to stay there. The baby plant starts growing up and becomes then the stem and the leaves. But this is where it all starts. Right inside a little seed is a tiny life. And if you give it what it needs, then the food part will go downward and become the roots. And the baby plant will grow upward to become the stem and the leaves. Now, a good experiment that you can do at home is, here we go. And I should have sent you one, but I forgot. It's really cool. You'll be able to see it. All of this happen. Okay, what you would do is take a Ziploc bag, a little one like this, a paper towel, like not the whole, real big, not that big, fold it in half, okay, and then wet it. Don't make it too wet. Squeeze some. You don't want to make it too dry either. You don't want to drip it. And then open it up, okay, and then put it in the Ziploc bag flat. You don't want to crumple it up. And if you don't have Ziploc bags or paper towel, you could use a clear plastic cup with some cotton. Same idea. Wet it. Okay. That's the first part. Okay, I can send you directions. And then you can take, it works best with the lima bean, but they have to be dried out, not in the can already. You can use kidney beans. You can use black beans. You could even use popcorn kernels. Popcorn kernels would work. Okay, so you're going to try and keep that bag flat in the bag, paper towel. Then take your beans that you're going to use. I'll put 3 in mine because I'm going to put one on the window too so that I can show you as it grows. Okay, then gently press on the bag, gently. Take the air out. You don't want it bubbled up. Okay, zip it, but not super tight. Okay? Doesn't have to be clicked all the way. Close. So that it should look like this. So do you see? I have the moist or wet paper towel in there, And then I have the seeds or beans on top. Then you will tape it to a sunny window, like with the water cycle bag I sent you to put the water in the food coloring. Same idea. They need sun because plants need water, which they're getting it from the paper towel, and sun. And then you will see them start to germinate. And that's when the seed will swell. It will split open so that it looks like this. Okay? The baby plant will start growing upward, and the food part will start growing downward. This is a very cool experiment. And then, actually, you know, once they get, you'll be able to see the roots, you'll be able to see the leaves. It's really cool. You could probably even take them out and plant them. Okay, so I'm going to do one more of the seed to show you how to do it again. Okay, you want to take the seed coat off. You can take your fingernail. You can do it on the inside too. Right here on this part, and give it a little rub with your fingernail, and then it should slide out of its coat. See? Slid out of its coat. There's its coat. Doesn't need it anymore. Then, carefully, on the inside, open it, and there's that little food part hanging down. So there's one food part and one baby in each seed. Carefully take it off, and the little leaf is attached. See the little leaf? That's the baby plant. There's the food part. And no, I'm not hurting it. All right, boys and girls? So now, that was your first dissection, right? First thing you took apart. See what was on the inside. So, okay, so the parts. The seed coat protects the baby plant inside, and the baby plant is attached to the food part. When given all of the things that it would need, it would germinate. The seed would swell. Swell means get bigger. Remember, it gets bigger, the coat is going to come off because the coat's not going to fit anymore, right? And the food part will grow down to become roots, and the stem, the baby part will grow up to become the stem. Okay, boys and girls, so I sent you a paper that looks like this, and it has questions, and it asks, did you see the seed coat? Did you see the baby plant? You can write yes or no on them and send me a picture of it. But also, you should really try this experiment. I think you'll really think it's cool. All right, boys and girls, I'll see you tomorrow. That's a wrap.